The World Surf League is back with style. For the first time in history, 12 of the world's best modern-day longboarders will introduce their retro discipline to the perfect waves of the WSL Surf Ranch.
How often do you get to do that?
Here we go.
Fresh lines, a fresh format, and fresh water. Sit back and enjoy the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic right now.
There's power in the strangest places, fire in the coldest spaces. Think you're brave, you better prove it. Want the best, rise up and choose it. Going out of my head, living close to the edge, going out of my mind. And it's feeling so good, never knew that I could, yeah, it's giving me life. I'm going out of my head, living close to the edge, going out of my mind. And it's feeling so good, never knew that I could, yeah, it's giving me life. Madness, madness, yeah. Madness, madness, yeah.
Over 100 miles east of the Pacific Ocean lies Lemoore, California, a small agricultural farm town in California's fertile Central Valley, and home to the most consistent surfing wave in the world.
Surfer, are you ready? Wave is launched.
The WSL Surf Ranch features the most technologically advanced man-made wave in existence. 6-foot waves are generated at the push of a button and peel flawlessly down a 700-yard-long basin, creating the perfect wave. Longboarding is a slower-paced, more relaxed surf style. Instead of aggressive turns at high speeds, longboarding involves technical footwork, cross-stepping, and nose riding.
The focus of this event is really to celebrate the style of longboard surfing. When you look at shortboard surfing and longboard surfing, there's quite a point of difference beyond the equipment. It's really the approach and the way that the surfers ride the wave. Shortboard surfing is very high performance. Longboard surfing involves more finesse and grace.
Longboarding's, it's just another way to approach a wave.
Sometimes we even like share waves and
you can kind of relax and really express yourself.
that's what I just like about longboarding, it's super like chill.
Then it's like more soul and style, and I love all that stuff.
If you're on a shortboard and it's small, you're not gonna have as much fun. If it's like, need a waist high and glassy, it can be going off for a longboard.
We're riding the CT3 as the setup of the wave that we're using. What it does, it provides opportunities for really critical nose rides. There's an opportunity to do a couple turns, and at the end is the barrel.
It looks so perfect, when you're mind surfing it.
It definitely is challenging. I don't get to surf waves that are barreling every day.
There are some tricky spots, especially if you're trying to utilize the 9-foot surfboard.
And what the judges are looking for is a completion of multiple maneuvers. We're looking for a perfect blend of nose riding and turning. And the surfer that can put that all together is going to be our winner and get the highest score.
The Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic begins with a leaderboard round. Each surfer gets 4 waves in the first round. Their best right and left will combine to make up their round 1 score. The top 4 on the leaderboard will then advance to the semifinals. We begin with women's round 1, heat 1, featuring Kassia Meador, Lindsay Steinreide, and the 2-time longboarding world champion, Honolulu Blomfield.
All right, now we've got the first wave of Honolulu Blomfield from the island of Oahu.
I enjoy riding all types of boards, but longboarding, you can kind of just stand up and cruise and do your thing. Like, nose riding is one of the coolest feelings in the world because you're just on top of the world.
She sits at that inside barrel section, gets real low, and just gets picked. Look at the way she is perched out there, doing that switch stance. Made it look easy as could be. Switch stance pulling in at the end, keeps it clean, doesn't get real deep.
Nice job. That was it.
The first wave for Lindsay Steinreide.
The wave here is just another beast. Pro surfing is not something that I've ever been able to live off. I'm a full-time professor where I teach kinesiology. I get to hopefully inspire people to live a more healthy lifestyle. And I also get to teach yoga and surfing.
Could you kiss me? I've been lonely.
Kassia Meador. She's going to drop into this wave. Now she's going to get low as she drops down. Look at the way she's going for a parallel stance.
After 12 waves in round one, the leaderboard looks like this. Honolulu Blomfield sits at the top with a 2-wave score of 13.54. In second is Lindsay Steinreide with the highest single wave score of the round and 8.5 on her right. And in third place is Kassia Meador.
This is Kassia Meador. She's been here before working with the team from Cuervo with a lot of the Agave boards.
I'm from Los Angeles, California, and I'm just super grateful to be able to continue to do this and to see how the sport has evolved.
Kassia up and riding.
Oh my gosh, I guess I'm a pro surfer. This is like what I do. It wasn't something that I had a goal to attain towards. It's just purely surfing as much as possible because I loved it. And I still kind of pinch myself, paddling out here at this beautiful wave. This is like a dream factory. It's really special. You know, I think it's so fantastic that Jose Cuervo has come on to support this event and also really support longboarding and surf culture. Surf culture, and especially the culture of longboarding, is really about tradition. And Jose Cuervo is really about tradition. I love tradition, and I love tradition with a modern twist. We have some Agave boards here that I can't wait to ride. You have an Agave plant. It takes 7 years to be able to be harvested and turned into a tequila. And then from that plant, you can create textiles. And from that plant, after it's been harvested for the tequila, you can also create a surfboard. The boards are looking amazing, and they're so fun, and it's just beautiful, like wooden, classic, paying this heritage homage to all the old boards back in the day were made out of wood. I feel like there's a huge movement for the future of surfing with regenerative materials that's actually way more eco-friendly. With surfing and how much ingrained tradition there is in it, and so much ingrained tradition in Cuervo, they really feel like they work together in such a kind of synonymous way. The fact that they're working together and supporting longboarding, it's a real blessing.
Coming up next, Jose Cuervo teams up with 2 of California's top shapers to develop a more eco-friendly surfboard. See the story behind the stunning Agave board construction. The Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic is brought to you by Jose Cuervo, the official tequila of the World Surf League. White Claw, official partner of the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic. Athletic Brewing Company, the official non-alcoholic beer of the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic. Hydro Flask, the official insulated drinkware of the World Surf League. Marley's 75th campaign, official partner of the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic. Cliff, official partner of the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic. Welcome back to the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic. Today, 16 of the world's best longboard surfers are competing in a one-day World Surf League sanctioned specialty event in perfect man-made waves at the WSL Surf Ranch.
Look at that wave! We could be some blown-out crap wave somewhere, right? If instead we're in the middle of the desert.
The Cuervo Classic is an event with a cause. 6 men and 6 women will compete for a title and a trophy, but not a paycheck. 100% of the sponsor-donated prize purse will be awarded to a charity chosen by the winners.
For the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic, the surfers are going to be donating their earnings. We have 2 winners, it's going to be $5,000 each, and they're going to have their choice between 5 charities to donate that to.
This is probably one of the main reasons I came to this event. I thought it was just such an awesome idea because especially what's going on in the world right now.
To be able to do what you love and also help other people is a beautiful thing. And any way that you can do that, I think is great.
Honestly, this is such a gift just to be here and to surf this wave as much as we get to today. So if I can do that and then also give back to someone else or make someone else, you know, life like just a touch easier in any way, then it's really a win-win.
Men's round 1 is ready to hit the water. Paddling out right now is Heat 1, featuring Alex Knost, Kevin Skvarna, and 2-time world champion Joel Tudor.
All right, the first wave for Joel Tudor, men's round 1.
Just watch the way Joel draws creative lines on the wave. His positioning is perfect and his style is one of a kind.
You can stand up there and do all day, but it's what you do in between that matters if you're a real surfer or not, you know?
Switching stance for the inside barrel. I think he's got a perfect line.
Ooh, this could be really cool.
Yeah, clean, deep.
Known as the Style Master, Joel has been the driving force behind traditional log-centric longboarding for the last 3 decades.
This is the dance side of it. Elegance and posture and you know, poise and standing right. And the bigger boards sort of bring out that particular, like, you have to finesse the wave a little bit more.
Beautiful turn, comes out of it smooth.
That's fine.
And there is Kevin going, Joel, doesn't matter, you're the old man, I am the young man. Let me show you how this is done. That was the best opening nose ride we've seen.
I really like longboarding because it's really free, you know? It's just an expression, I guess. More of a dance than like a sport.
Gets down early. He's gonna be pretty deep on this one. Looks like he's got a clean line.
You can pick the style of longboarding you want to do, and then you can really just like perfect it and hone it in. And I think it's just a laid-back thing that's fun for everyone, really.
There, he's hanging it out. Long 5 with a big arch. 2 strong waves there for Kevin. All right, this is going to be Alex Knost, right to the nose, full hood ornament. Looks like he's going to get aggressive on the mid-wave barrel.
Oh. It looks so perfect, you know, but there are some tricky spots, especially if you're trying to utilize the 9-foot surfboard, you know, going back and forth.
Alex Knost making a great show for his last wave. But I don't think that's going to be enough to get him through.
At the end of Heat 1, the men's leaderboard looks like this. Kevin Skvarna is on top with a hefty 16.73. Joel Tudor follows in second, and Alex Knost, after falling on both of his waves, is stuck down in third. Still to come is Heat 2, featuring the current world champion Justin Quintal, along with Hawaiians Kai Salas and Kaniela Stewart.
Look at that nose ride that he just locked in there.
The top 4 on the leaderboard will advance to the semifinals, where we will transition to man-on-man elimination heats. Today, one of the biggest influences on surfboard design is the desire to construct boards from materials that are better for our environment. Jose Cuervo, Mexico's original 100% agave tequila, recently teamed up with a few of California's top surfboard shapers to create beautiful, high-performance surfboards from agave wood grown on their tequila farms in Mexico.
Building and riding boards with a wooden core versus foam and other different mediums it has a lot to do with you're down in the water a little more. You definitely have a different inertia. I think people can harness the lower energy of the wave better. As long as they're not glass too heavy and they're not too heavy, I think they have a really neat place in the longboard especially.
I hope for the surfers riding this board that they have to think a little bit more than they normally would have to. That's what I had to do shaping it. I had to think a little bit more, engage my tools more. It was like a fresh experience, and I hope it's that for the surfers, because that's always cool, a fresh experience.
The WSL has brought 2 Agave boards to the Surf Ranch today to display their true high-performance wave riding ability. Beautiful, functional, and eco-friendly, these Agave surfboards are absolutely incredible.
That was nice. Wood is good. So fun. Kind of like the perfect wafer out here.
Justin Quintal represents the modern, simply living soul surfer of today. Coming up next, this Florida native talks about small waves and big trophies.
Yeah, it's one of the coolest accomplishments of my life. Definitely proud to be able to say I was a world champ.
We dive into the life of Justin Quintal when the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic continues. Welcome back to the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic. Longboard surfing is a synonym for good vibes, a zen attitude, and relaxed wave riding. The Cuervo Classic is all that and more. This single-day longboard surfing event features the best 9-foot-plus board riders coming together to compete for a cause.
When I found out that this contest was for charity, I thought it was super special, especially during these hard times. And I think it's a really special thing that WSL and Devin and everybody have thought of that idea and invited us here to serve for them.
We now continue with the second half of the women's leaderboard. Heat 2 will include Laguna Beach's Avalon Gall, the 2018 world champion Soleil Errico, and Hawaiian Kelis Keleopa'a.
First wave for Soleil Errico, mid-face turn. Nice opening turn. You haven't seen that yet. Nice big drop knee turn right at the start. Sets up high for a super clean nose ride.
Nose riding is probably my favorite part about longboarding, but I also love doing like big carves as well.
A really clean nose ride right there. Sets it up with big sweeping turns. Almost gets hung up at the top there. Able to bring it back in.
It's a feeling like no other, and I'm just very thankful that I'm like able to even be here and be a longboarder in this sport.
Following Soleil was Kelis Keleopa'a.
Look at the way she's able to perch on the nose at the very start of this, tucked in that top part of the wave. See the tail dragging out over the top. Beautiful, smooth, driving and getting some speed, keeping it really clean.
What I missed about surfing is seeing all my friends and family around the world again, competing, doing what we love, because this is what brings us together.
Avalon Gall right here. She has been putting in some of the best nose rides throughout the warm-up sessions. Gets great body position right there. She's got a really good chance of making this one. She is in super deep, and Avalon Gall with a great finishing section.
Here are the results at the end of women's round 1. The top 4 surfers on the leaderboard now advance to the semifinal round, where they will compete head-to-head. Honolulu Blomfield will meet Avalon Gall, and Soleil Errico will take on Lindsay Steinreity. Justin Quintal is the current WSL Longboard World Champion. This Florida native shines on traditional heavy logs. His nose riding is progressive, yet his style is retro. Here's an introduction to this simply living modern-day soul surfer.
My name's Justin Quintal. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. Growing up in Florida, you have a lot of small days, and that's kind of what got me into longboarding. A lot of surfers back home, a little different than California. Yeah, a lot of longboarders, a lot of great surfers, and a lot of fun waves, so I love it back home. Devin Howard called me the new commissioner, and I've always looked up to him and his surfing growing up, so he kind of called me and told me that they're trying to revamp the WSL Longboard Tour, and that they're really going to focus on the more traditional aspects of it. I decided to give it a go. You know, it was really cool to see the WSL put the effort into trying to make a tour for us, so I wanted to try to do my part as well. Yeah, I won Noosa, which was the first event.
And then went to Spain. I actually ended up winning there as well. And then in New York, I didn't do terribly, but I didn't do great. But that was a throwaway. So going into the last event, you know, there's a lot of momentum, and I was in a good position. Luckily, I ended up winning the title. Pretty stoked on that.
Yeah, it's one of the coolest accomplishments in my life, I feel like, and definitely proud to be able to say I was a world champ.
You know, it's been like a lifelong goal of mine. Yeah, to accomplish that feels great, and yeah, stoked. It's just rad to see everyone again. It's been a year almost now, and the whole pandemic and everything, you know, gives you time to reflect and really focus on what's important. And sure, competition's important if you're a pro surfer, but you know, those relationships, the people, sharing those moments in the water together, that's, you know, obviously what it's really all about.
Men's Round 1 Heat 2 will feature the second group in the men's leaderboard round. World champ Justin Quintal is up first, and he will be followed by two Hawaiians, Kai Salas and Kaniela Stewart.
Justin Quintal takes off on his first left. Look at the midboard driving forward. See how he generates that speed, gets a nice long stretch 5 there. Big sweeping turns. Let's see if he puts some arc into it. There he gets. He got some rail into it. He's got a low line here. He's got to get himself deep. Hands are up and clean. Gets nice and deep. Not even a bit of spray touching him in that one.
It's a little tricky on the longboard because you're trying to fit, you know, a lot of board in a small pocket, but it's a perfect wave. Can't complain, can't make any excuses, you know?
This wave is insane, man. It's like better than it looks on TV.
All right, we're looking at this wave coming to Kai Salas. Beautiful turn. Beautiful. That was the biggest mid-wave turn we've seen.
We take off and it's pretty slopey, and then without any warning, it'll just kind of like square out and turn top to bottom.
I never thought I'd be surfing Kelly Sayers wave pool, a perfect wave, you know. I'm just blessed and thankful for everything I have.
Look at the way he gets locked in, legs tight together there. And
oh my gosh, it's just such a beautiful perch.
And now he's gonna think about setting it up. I'm a little worried.
Oh, slipping and sliding and pulling it off.
Here is the leaderboard at the end of round 1. The top 4 surfers will advance to the semifinals. Kevin Svarna wins the round with the highest wave score of the day. Justin Quintal is in the number 2 position, followed by the legend Joel Tudor and the tall, stylish Hawaiian, Kaniela Stewart. As the sun sets in the California sky, the party is ready to begin. Coming up next, the lights turn on for the semifinals of the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic. Welcome back to Lemoore, California. This is the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic. As the sun sets here in the rural Central Valley of the Golden State, the lights begin to shine, and the famed WSL Surf Ranch has quickly transformed into a spectacular wave riding stadium.
I get to surf at night. My friends are here.
How often do you get to do that?
It's happy hour at the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic. The allure of longboarding for me is enjoying a memorable session with good friends at an off-the-track destination. It's not always about the waves, but the feeling you get from the experience. Brilliant Corners is just that. This surf adventure series travels around the globe with host and longboard champion Sam Bleakley. His newest installment takes a look at the dramatic surf culture in Algeria. All the episodes of Brilliant Corners can be found on the watch page of WorldSurfLeague.com. Here's a sneak peek at this amazing WSL Studios original production.
What are your hopes for the future of surfing in Algeria?
I really wish that we give the opportunity to other people to learn that surf exists in Algeria. It's not just because we have Mediterranean that the surf doesn't exist. Mediterranean have waves. We do not have mini waves all the time, all the day, but we have waves. So we can surf it. Why not just let people know surf exists here?
As we begin the semifinals, the women are up first. For the remainder of the event, we now transition to head-to-head elimination heats. Semifinal 1 matches up the top leaderboard finisher Honolulu Blomfield versus the number 4 ranked Avalon Gall.
Honolulu Blomfield taking off on this one, sets up for a quick turn switch stance, gets a nice locked in 5. Gets into a low speed position. She's got the rail in there. That's going to be a good finish. Now the work is in Avalon's court. Avalon gal, goofy foot, gets to the nose, locked in. We need to see some turns. It's not just a nose riding contest. Honolulu Blomfield, love that fade setup. And it sets her up for such a nice nose riding section. She's got great position. Looks like she's gonna come screaming out of that one. Some big pressure right now on Avalon. She would have to get an incredible score to be able to pull this out. Oh, did you see, almost caught that nose? She's gonna make it through this one. No! Avalon did a fantastic job, but Hono has just swooped this away from her.
Honolulu is like one of my closest friends, and we go on a lot of trips together, and I always look up to her.
Avalon's amazing. It's so cool to have her here. It's her first time, and she's one of my best friends. So I'm stoked.
The single biggest aspect that defines longboard surfing is nose riding. Earlier today, 6 competitors put their toes on the nose for a unique timed contest. Here is a look at the White Claw longest nose ride.
I'm here with Justin Quintal, winner of the White Claw longest nose ride. Congratulations, Justin. We have the beautiful Wayne Wrench longboard for you. Congratulations, Devin, bringing the board.
Hell yeah.
There you go, buddy. Well done. Thank you, Wayne. Now go ahead and try to win the rest of this thing.
All right.
Men's semifinal Heat 1 is ready to hit the water under the lights. This will be a matchup between Orange County lifeguard Kevin Svarna and a guy that has been called the future of classic logging, Connie Stewart.
All right, let's take a look at this first opening nose ride. Setting it up clean out there on the tip. That looks like Connie Stewart. Nice job, a lot of shade right there on Connie. Good opening wave. First wave from Kevin Svarna. Really nice, solid nose ride on the outside. Very calm, very smooth upper body. Connie with his first ride is 7.0. Kevin Svarna, that last wave at 8.83. Connie is trying to answer. His nose riding is probably some of the best of his generation. So the nose riding is clean, the line he's drawing is real clean, but didn't commit to the turns. And I think Kevin has him on that so far. He should be stronger on his front side. Kevin, oh, look at this.
That's amazing in the
Full
line.
hood ornament.
It looks so good.
If he can pull off a good end section barrel right here after the hood ornament,
score.
Looks like Kevin is gonna win the exchange with Connie Stewart.
Just trying to adjust. I've never surfed at night here, so been here all day, so feeling it a little bit, but still having fun, still here.
Coming up next, The fiesta continues and things get loose under the lights.
That was sick.
The guru looks to lead the follower when Joel Tudor faces Justin Quintal. The semifinals continue from the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic. Welcome back to Lemoore, California, home to the revolutionary WSL Surf Ranch, where tonight we are under the lights for a celebration of modern-day traditional longboarding.
So much,
look at this.
That's amazing.
This is the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic. Marley's 75th anniversary is joining forces with the WSL to celebrate 75 years of Bob Marley's legacy with a year-long audio and visual odyssey featuring 12 newly crafted stories explaining Bob Marley's impact today. Episode 6, titled Ride Natty Ride, is a celebration of what Bob Marley and his music means to the surf and skateboarding community worldwide. Here is a look at this amazing series, available today on Bob Marley's official YouTube channel.
There was a certain amount of consciousness in myself. It was always alone in the world, not finding people who might think like me, you know.
Very difficult. It's feeling close to Jah. Jah is nearby when you're surfing.
We just feel free. That's what really draws me to being on my board.
Kids who love surfing, they come here. Skateboarding, league, people who love music come here.
But freedom message there just like unifying people.
When you teach a kid how to skate or start a kid surfing and they see that happiness and they develop that love, it's that one love, bro. It's that one connection that each and everybody have together.
Back in the basin, we are ready to go with the second heat of the semifinals. Soleil Errico versus Lindsay Steinreide. One of these women will match up with Honolulu Blomfield in the final.
So let's take a look at Lindsay Steinreide as she takes off on this wave. Really clean, tall, great hang five at the top.
It's like a Friday Night Lights for surfing, you know? Just something special for sure to be out here under the lights.
There she is, setting up another clean line. Lindsay Steinreide. Great power, great speed. Looks at the way she's drawing it through. That is putting a nice one in the bank. So now we're going to be seeing Soleil Errico. And she set that one up clean. She's running this wave real clean. Nice turns, clean nose ride.
I mean, I wish I could do that.
I feel like I played it a little safe just because I don't want to fall like on the first two. So I'm definitely gonna like send it more on the next couple.
Look at that turn. Look at the power right there. So she is really pushing the envelope here, which I like to see. Great nose ride.
I just want it to be stylish and hopefully it'll score well.
And now she's gonna try to set up.
Oh, wow, that was great.
Well done, Soleil.
Soleil Errico comes out on top in a very equally contested heat. And Soleil, the 2018 world champion, will now face off with two-time world champion Honolulu Blomfield in the women's final. Now the guru meets the acolyte as Justin Quintal is matched up with his mentor, Joel Tudor, a logging legend.
We drove up here together actually, and we've been just fired up for this for a little while now, so I'm just stoked to get some waves with him and be out in the water with him at the same time.
That is Joel opening up here with his first ride. I love the fact that he's head-to-head with Justin. They're probably the biggest threats to each other, so I think whoever wins this wins the show. All right, let's watch Joel on this left. Onto the nose, perching there early, scoring those nose riding points in the critical part of the wave. But look at the way he's working the face of that wave. He showed up to play. He's here to win this thing. Beautiful. That was really one of the best ridden lefts so far.
It's bizarre. Coming back on the left's kind of bright, but what a vintage experience, huh? I never thought a pool would be like this.
All right, we're looking at Justin Quintal on his answer back to Joel Tudor. Looks like he's gonna go for a mid-wave barrel on a CT3.
I mean, that's the best barrel riding we've seen.
It's pretty special, kind of a unique experience. You just really see the light shining through the wave, and you can kind of almost see the energy from the wave. It's nuts.
I'm sorry, Joel. I think Justin has just shown you up.
In a showdown of style masters, Justin Quintal ups his good friend Joel Tudor, and Quintal is moving on to the final of the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic.
That was sick.
Thank you, gentlemen. It was quite a night.
Enjoy that.
Athletic Brewing Company, makers of the world's best non-alcoholic craft beer, would like to give a shout out to logging legend Joel Tudor for getting barreled front side on both the left and the right. Enjoy the Athletic Brewing Company Move of the Day. It's last call here in Lemoore, and the men's and women's finals will close out this historic celebration of traditional longboard surfing.
Legs are burning for sure. A lot of minute-long rides today.
Stay tuned for the conclusion of the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic. The Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic is brought to you by Jose Cuervo, the official tequila of the World Surf League. White Claw, official partner of the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic. Athletic Brewing Company, the official non-alcoholic beer of the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic. Hydro Flask, the official insulated drinkware of the World Surf League. Marley 75th Campaign, official partner of the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic. Cliff, official partner of the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic. Welcome back to Lemoore, California. This is the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic, a competitive celebration of traditional longboard surfing. 2 heats remain in this single-day event, and we begin with the women's final between Honolulu Blomfield and Soleil Errico. As the women ready for this 4-wave heat, let's take a minute to meet the 2018 WSL Longboard World Champion, Soleil Errico.
Longboarding was the start of surfing, and I think to honor that and, be part of it is really cool. When you're at Malibu and you're just watching the surfers, they just put on a show. Okay, this is cool. This is my first surf contest ever. The Andy Irons event at Pine Trees in Kauai, and that's when I lived there when I was younger. Yeah, it all started when we moved to Kauai, and I'd see all of the girls that were my age surfing, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. Pine Trees in Honolulu, that's where we lived, and I'd just look out there and see beautiful sandbar. My dad just took me out right where we lived, and we just went out and I did it, and I loved it ever since. Oh, this is so old. Yeah, it was just my first legit longboard. I was doing longboarding and shortboarding, but then I really just started doing longboarding when I was 13. I still love shortboarding, but longboarding, I felt more connected to it, and I just enjoyed doing it more, just a personal preference.
When I met her at 13, she said, I want to be the youngest world champ ever. I kind of looked at this little 13-year-old girl, and I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, you're crazy. Most kids wake up in the morning like, oh, I want to go surfing. And they go surf for a couple hours, and then that's kind of it for the day, and then they just go off and do other things, where when the day starts and she's ready to surf, she's out there for hour after hour after hour. She puts the time in, and she accomplished her goal, which is, that's huge.
The 2018 World Longboard Champion goes to Soleil Errico.
I just started crying, bawling. I've never really cried like that before in a long time.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, this is insane. I can't even believe it.
Yeah, I don't necessarily go around telling people that I'm the world champ because, yeah, I just don't really like that kind of attention, for sure. Yeah, no.
All right, we're right back into it with Soleil Errico on the first wave of the women's final. See how high she got there? Got a great nose ride, and then it came down, but smooth. It didn't affect her.
It's the dance.
Right. It didn't. Her body language, her body English was really smooth through all of it. So I really liked her composure.
I think my right was good. Hopefully it scored high. Yeah.
We'll see how Hona Blomfield answers back. She sets it up.
Ooh.
Deep, once you're in the shadow, once you've got
right.
shadow on the surfer, that separates it right there. Better tube ride than Soleil's. Did she have a better exchange leading into it? That's going to be up for the judges. Hona Blomfield on her left, she's getting another high hung nose ride, and Hono has responded really well to the change. Switch stance, setting up the barrel. We saw some good shade on the right, no color on that left, but a good answer.
I've had a lot of fun, nice waves today, and I'm exhausted, and I'm so happy.
Soleil Errico, this is her left. Clean, solid 5 right there. I really like that really big turn in the middle. I mean, that's a differentiating factor. But very clean, very smooth. Soleil Errico comes in with a 7.97.
With one of the highest scoring rides of the day, Soleil Errico combined an 8.33 with a 7.97 to edge out Honolulu Blomfield and win the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic.
The world's going through a lot and we've all just been struggling, so this day definitely helped me like regroup and just like appreciate what I have. So I'm really happy, yeah.
Congratulations to Soleil Errico, winner of the first longboard event held at the WSL Surf Ranch. The men's final is a matchup between two modern loggers who are both evolving the approach of retro longboarding. Jacksonville, Florida's Justin Quintal is up first, followed by Californian Kevin Smarna.
First wave here for Justin Quintal. He gets deep, he's gonna commit to this. This is a risky first wave, super deep.
Wow, that was such a risk, and he actually pulled it off.
Gets a great nose ride there, and if he can pull this end barrel section, gets deep, totally shade, comes out.
Whoa.
Oh. Kevin Smarna for his first wave. Clean and smooth. I like the footwork. There it is. You want to risk that turn. Now, I want to see the nose of that board pointed back at the jet ski, putting in that pressure.
Oh,
Kevin's
wow.
deep. He's in there. He's got a clean line. He's gonna,
He did all the work.
Kevin Smarna trying to put a big number up on this left. Trying to get a mid-wave barrel on the left. Gets a little bit behind it. Is he gonna be able to hang on? I like it. I like the power. Kevin coming through on that one. Justin Quintal opening with a clean nose ride. Fast, clean stretch 5 right there. Now a little bit of midboard, building his speed. How clean and smooth, how powerful he is on this one. Justin Quintal, that was really, really fun to watch.
Justin Quintal started with an impressive 7.43 on the right and backed it up with a 6.90 on the left to take the win here tonight. And the first ever Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic trophy will be going home to Florida. The Athletic Brewing Company Ride of the Day goes to Justin Quintal for his stylish backhand surfing in the final. Justin bagged a 7.43 on his first right in the final to set the pace for a historic win here tonight. Justin Quintal, the 2020 Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic champion. For more information on the WSL and our exciting upcoming 2021 season, log on to theworldsurfleague.com. That's a wrap for the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic. And as the margaritas begin to pour, we bid you a kind adios from Lemoore, California. Thank you for watching the WSL.
Do you like that? Well, if so, subscribe over there, and then watch more videos over there. And then tell us your favorite videos down there. It's a 3-step process. Do them all now.